Hope you're doing good. Micah back with another video. Back here to talk about the iPhone many months later and how much I've actually been really enjoying my iPhone 15 Pro experience. Currently rocking the Pataka Mag Easy Case 5 Fusion Weave technology. This is the sunset version. They also have Moonrise along with other design patterns. I'll leave the description box for you guys if you guys are interested in this case. And really the first thing I want to talk about is the hardware once I can actually get this off here. It's much easier to take this off of this phone than it is the than the Galaxy S24 Plus. This natural titanium has held up very well. Now, if you guys have been following me for a while, you guys know I don't really rock cases like that. I've only started rocking more cases because of the iPhone 15 Pro and how cases just seem to look and feel better on these devices. And so that's why I ended up started wearing more cases. And that's really also only been real recently. But as you guys can see, it's still spick and span clean, no screen protector. And that probably lets you know right there, no screen protector, how daredevilish I am with rocking an iPhone, because iPhones in the past have had real problems with staying scratch free, scratch resistant. But I think with this, ceramic shield and all of their efforts in improving their glass technology, their display technology, I haven't had any issues with either my iPhone 14 Pro or now the 15 Pro. And so from a hardware perspective, knowing that iPhone or Apple has used much better titanium, more durable titanium with the iPhones in comparison to the Galaxy S24 Ultra, which uses a weaker form of titanium, lets us know that Apple definitely put their foot where their mouth is in terms of, or money where their mouth is, in terms of giving us good quality and good bang for buck. Now, in terms of software, I'm running, if I show you guys, let me go ahead and log in. As you see, I have about 2% left. So we're going to see how much of this we can get done with 2%. And that's going to be part of my speaking point later if we can get to it. I am in, if we go to settings, and then we come down here to general, as you guys can see, I am on iOS 17.3.1. What a sneaky update, as I've revealed in my video that I covered on it last week. It's a sneaky update because outside of text, I believe it did address other issues. And one of the issues I was having is this freezing situation or non-responsive display or touch response whenever I was in an app, or even from the lock screen, it would not respond to touch. And I would have to repower off the display and then, of course, click the power button to turn it back on and try to double tap the screen to see if response would kick back in, and it would. That's one of the things I've actually appreciated about iOS 17.3.1 is that I believe it addressed that, because I haven't noticed having those issues since. So thank you, Apple, for actually addressing that issue. I don't know when it really started popping up, but maybe just with iOS 17 in general, because there were several bugs that was released with iOS 17 that are being slowly addressed through all these iterative updates. And so that's one of the things I definitely appreciated and noticed in regards to the iPhone, is that touch response is a whole lot better. Overall software experience has also been better in terms of being able to airdrop information to my iPad and vice versa. And in terms of the Notes app being a lot more, what's the word I'm looking for? Responsive in terms of what I'm typing, not just from the text overlapping perspective, but being better with predictive text, along with whenever I'm doing my light scripting for these videos. I don't have any issues with that. And so again, from a software perspective, Apple's native apps work very well, and they continue to improve here with the iPhone 15 Pro slash iOS 17 as a whole. I've also noticed with reminders, it's a lot easier to move things around in the list format. So I think that was also improved, because sometimes they would get a little sticky. So when I would press and hold with a mouse or my finger, try to drag my items from different list categories or list columns, it wouldn't really work with me all that well. Now I don't have that problem with iOS 17.3.1. So again, some more reasons for you to consider the update to it if you haven't already. But from a software perspective, the iPhone 15 Pro has been working wonders. And I can't wait to see how iOS 17.4 and potentially point 5 release and what they add here to the iPhone 15 Pro. Now, all of that said, how has battery life been? Well, if I come in here to settings, and if I could show you before my iPhone dies, if we come in here to battery, you're going to notice something here. I have not charged my battery in a long time. I have not charged my battery in a long time. Now, it says last 10 days. I forgot how to find it. I'm going to have to see where I can find it. But I have not charged my iPhone in over 2 days. I've gotten 48 hours out of this, meaning I went through all day yesterday and essentially all day the day before, waking up around 12 o'clock. It's been an officially 48 hours since I've charged this device, and I have 1% left right now. Again, iOS 17.3, 0.3.1, 0.2.1, 0.2. They've all addressed battery life. And because this is the iPhone 15 Pro, the smaller baby, it is amazing to see and get that ability of great battery life out of this phone. And one of the things I changed was, of course, my wallpaper. Instead of using ambient wallpaper, I just used the standard always on display blacked out. And this tremendously improved my battery life. The reason why I switched to this over the previous ambient wallpaper is because I wear an Apple Watch now, and I also have another phone that also has ambient wallpaper that if I wanted to, I could drop that off on there as well and probably improve battery life that much more on the Galaxy S24 Plus. But in terms of the iPhone 15 Pro, switching to this because I have other means of being able to obtain information, I don't need the ambient wallpaper to show as much anymore. I could just go with the blacked out look with my weather up there and get the information that I need at a glance. And that tremendously improved my battery life. So shout out to Apple for also improving that, giving us those optimizations needed in order to continue to use our phones confidently. So shout out to Apple on that. The iPhone 15 Pro has been great to use. I miss, when you wear cases, you also kind of forget how it feels in the hand, and that's one of the things I really like and miss about this iPhone and the iPhone 15 series in general, right? Is that these softened edges feel so good to hold in the hand. And and I'm getting a phone call right now. Let's send them the voicemail. And that's one of the features I do like. It's a low-key feature from Apple is when you pick up the phone or when Face ID basically recognizes your face near the phone, it will quiet the ringtone. I really, really, really like that on here because I like having a loud ringtone if I'm not near my phone. But when I approach it, it knows, or when I'm within its radius, it picks up on that and then it quiets the ringtone. I really like that feature. And so we talk about AI a lot, specifically here in 2024 with the likes of Samsung AI or Galaxy AI, if you will, with their more recent Galaxy S24 line. And it's presumed that Apple will be doing a lot of AI-based features and optimizations with iOS 18 and specifically with the iPhone 16 series. I would imagine you guys would agree that Apple already takes advantage of some forms of AI through machine learning with that feature with the ringtone. I would imagine with the suggestions that we get with Journal, those suggestions are based off of machine learning or AI, understanding how we use our phones and referencing or suggesting to us certain activities that we could take advantage of on our phones. Case in point, let's see if I still have enough battery life to do this. If I swipe down, Spotlight is definitely going to get a big improvement with AI in iOS 18. But right now, I have a water app, Water Minder, I think that's what's called. If I swipe down, most likely it might show, and it didn't. So that is where it could improve, but typically it will pop up. Now, I do have a bunch of reminders in here already from Water Minder. But usually if I see, now if I swipe down a second time, you guys see, now it popped up. So this is also a form of AI slash machine learning. And, certain people I've contacted or may want to contact, oh, these are recent searches, but the apps that I have been kind of eyeballing recently, I've been interacting and pop up there. And then I get a machine learned algorithmic suggestion to log my cup of water for the day. Either it's because this is the appropriate time that I normally do water, or it's just because I'm in the app enough when I'm suggesting one. It just knows when I swipe down the spotlight, you most likely want to you want to do a quick login with your water. Now, of course, I could do that with my Apple Watch with the water minder kind of widget, if you will. I could do it on the phone. I could use the actual notification to do that. But as you guys can see, Apple already takes some level of advantages with AI, but we're going to see a ton of that AI come to the iPhones through iOS 18. Siri's supposed to get a huge bump, right? Whether it's Apple Care support or Siri itself becoming much, much more closer to Google Assistant slash Gemini. Siri's gonna take a huge bump, and I use Siri. There she go. I use her to to get certain activities done around the house, such as using the home app to turn on and off lights. I think my iPhone finally just died. I do those things with Siri. I also use Siri to ask for information from time to time, and I try to keep it basic because I know Siri is very basic, but Siri's going to improve with iOS 18 through the means of AI. And that's something that I think we might be able to get excited about because Siri will finally have real functionality like Google. Hopefully, Bixby will find that out later as well. It's kind of interesting that Bixby still hasn't, considering. Oh, she over here. Yeah. Bixby's a little interesting because of the AI that has been involved with Samsung. How do they not improve Bixby with it? So, another conversation for another time. This is the iPhone 15 Pro. Many months later. Let me know down in the comment section below what you guys think about the iPhone 15 Pro. Do you have one? Are you looking forward to iOS 18? What are some of the things that you're excited for or concerned about for the future? Comment section is open for discussion. But again, as always, if you guys haven't already, make sure you guys ignite the like button, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell. It's all free. That way you know it's my videos, so you and I can sit back and see what's cracking. With your man Micah signing out. Until the next video, you know we got to put this bad boy back on. Oh yeah, she did. Time to charge. Wait for it.